Welcome, everyone, to Disciple Men Podcast, Spotlight Edition. So, today the conversation is about growing up the youth to be the next leaders, okay? Now, as men, we have the responsibility of making sure that boys become men, and it doesn't happen on accident. This is something that takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. It takes a group of us doing it. It's not just one man making sure one boy is doing it. We work as a unit to make sure that the next generation of leaders are what they're supposed to be. And I had to bring on somebody who's part of the tribe to help me become the man I am today. Really cool dude. I met him way back in high school, man, and we've been dope ever since. My man, John Akers Jr. What's going on, sir?
What's going on, Storm?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Hey. I'm telling y'all what, man. This dude here has been cool since day one, all right? And I tell you, he was a locomotive. If he was ever moving in a direction you wasn't supposed to be in, get out of his way. I'm just saying, I caught an elbow one time. It wasn't fun. And he told me then, you should have moved. And he was right. I was in the way. He was trying to do his job. Anyway, another story.
Right. We'll say that for the next podcast.
What's going on with you, man?
Hey, man, slow motion, man. Trying to make it and get that win, baby.
There you go, man. There you go.
Yeah.
I appreciate you getting on this thing with me, man, because, again, real talk, you've been cool since the longest, man, and we've had several conversations.
Yeah.
I've even had the joy of even working with you at one point in time in
Yes,
IPS
sir.
together, man, and you never switched up. You've been the same cool individuals from when I was in high school, even as I am in my older age, man. So I want to appreciate you for all the investment you've done in conversations and stuff. It's meant a lot.
Yeah. Man, I thank you, man. To watch you grow into the man that you are now, man, was nothing but an honor for me. I don't have any sons. I have all daughters. And so anytime I had the opportunity to be positively affecting a young man's walk in life, I wanted to do it. So along with you and hundreds of other young men, I knew that this was a calling. So I intentionally got in your way.
Hey, I take that, man, and you know what? I'm glad you did. All right,
Yeah.
I'm again forever changed, man, because of people like you who took an interest in me and didn't need to. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't part of the job,
Right.
but you decided to, man. And I tell you, and it's not just me. Like you said, it's a whole bunch of us, man, that you had conversations with, talk with. Heck, broke bread with, you know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And it's like it goes so far, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I wanted to talk to you today about that and to that responsibility that we now have and continue to have with the generation comes after us. And kind of talk about some things we're seeing now and how we can make those things better.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get into it, man. So my first question is, why do you think so many young men today lack solid leadership examples? And how have older men contributed to that gap?
You know, coming from my lens, I think it's a fear factor.
Yeah.
We're afraid of what the response may be. We're afraid that we may make a mistake along the way.
Yeah.
It's even a thing where you don't know what that young man is what kind of rhythm or energy they're gonna give you back
Sure.
when you try to interfere or interrupt something that they may be doing that you may be trying to navigate them
Yeah.
through. So I think fear factor plays a major role in it all. And once we get past that element, then we can really start getting into that chiseling
Yeah.
and becoming a better.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that we do that because no matter what a guy is showing, he can be acting out completely.
Right.
And the minute somebody shows him, like, hey, man, I care about what you got going on,
Yeah.
yo, you better than this. I've seen change in some individuals, man, who cussed out half the staff. But then they're dealing with me. Now it's a whole different story because they're like, hey, man, you don't need to be talking like that.
Right.
My bad, Mr. Storms. You know what I'm saying? Let me be better.
Right.
And I've seen total change just because I speak to the person. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Say what's up to him every day. Change his lives, you know?
If we just take that kind of mentality where if you see it's wrong,
Yeah.
then deal with it. You know, so many times we stray away from it, and now it's just kind of just unraveled or twisted into this major, storm to where, oh my God, it's so out of pocket now.
Yeah.
And we have to do better at that as men. there was either a man or some type of man figure
Yeah,
that gave you that element to get you into that spot.
sure.
It's your job to re-sow that into the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. And I take that responsibility serious, just like you were saying also. Like you, I have daughters myself. I have two daughters.
yeah.
There's not going to be any sons. That baby factory's closed. You know what I'm saying?
Bless you,
So,
brother. Bless you.
yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We passed that age, man. But the investment I make into the young men that I come across in life, man, I have the same thoughts like you, man. It's like this is part of my calling. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. All right, so next question. What biblical examples show us the importance of mentorship between older and younger men? And we can even look at examples like Paul and Timothy, Moses and Joshua, or Elijah and Elisha.
Yeah, you talking about some great biblical mentors and mentees.
Yeah, yeah.
All of them dealt with levels of respect. They dealt with willingness to expose themselves.
Yeah,
And then you start talking about the structure time. When I say structure time, they spent some time with it, some time to where it was important.
yeah,
Some good nuggets that they got along the way.
for sure.
And I think we as mentors have to be able to expose ourselves and not be afraid of giving that mentee some losses.
Yeah.
You took some losses, you took some L's along the way
Mm-hmm.
in order to become the man that you are.
Yeah.
And let them know it's okay to fail.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's going to happen.
Yeah,
Let's not act like it's not going to happen.
Believe
even with
that.
your best effort.
that's it. And and the only way to continue to fail is never try again.
Exactly.
And so we just have to continue to take those structures and say, hey, man, we want to spend some time with you, man, some real good hearty time,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why it was more of, I don't want to just talk to you in the hallway.
Yeah.
I don't want to just talk to you, at a social event. I want to spend some personal time with you.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to break bread.
Mm-hmm.
I want to find out, what your home looked like. I want to have that man to young man conversation
Yeah, yeah.
in order to, again, exposure.
And I think the other thing that I will be remiss to even, just before we even keep going with the conversation, is just understanding that your image matters. Because you could tell me all you want to tell me,
Right.
but if I see you live it a different way, come on, man, I ain't gonna believe that, man. You up here selling wolf
Man.
tickets,
And you have no idea how big that is because what you're not paying attention to is that they're paying attention to.
all day, all day.
They watching your movements.
Mm-hmm.
They watching, you tell me not to talk to no woman that way, but I heard you talking to Miss Such and Such the other day. And so you have to mean what you say.
Yeah.
Don't come in there and try to play them shady because they go expose you.
The funny thing is, they are just like they can take truth all the time, right?
Mhm.
So in other words, if you're a jerk to everybody,
Yeah.
I'm cool with you being a jerk to everybody.
I
'Cause
know
that's
who
what
you
do.
are.
You across the board.
Right.
But if I see you're treating this group over here better versus this group,
Mhm.
oh, so now you're just doing some favoritism stuff. Nah, I'm cool with messing with you because now you fake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
they don't miss that stuff. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's like, or if you being a fake tough guy, no. I know tough. I'm out in these streets. All right?
Come on now. Come on.
I'm out in these streets. I know it. And then when I see it, I'm like, nah, we don't want that problem.
Right.
We don't want that problem. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I better listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cool. What I'm trying to get down to it, man, is that again, image matters. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? And your reputation matters.
Indeed.
And ain't nobody following somebody who's not doing what they're supposed to be doing, because it's not that whole do as I say, not as I do. It's do as I say because you see me living that life.
Mm-hmm.
Respect.
Yeah. For sure.
All right, so third question. How can seasoned men identify potential in younger brothers who may not yet see it in themselves?
I think one of the factors in that is that they have to build that trust within.
Okay.
I have to be okay with who John Akers is
Mm-hmm.
in order for me to pour into Antonio Storms.
Yeah.
I have to. And if I'm not secure within me
Mm-hmm.
or trust within me,
Yeah.
then how can I pour into you? So the first thing I need to do is I need to trust her within. And then what I see in that young person, that young man who's trying to do things, point those things out,
Yeah.
whether it be bad or good,
Sure.
and to be genuine about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to let you know, man, I seen what you did,
Mm-hmm.
and this is probably how you should have dealt with it.
Sure. Sure.
Not come over there and smack you upside your head. What you think you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's not how you do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, let me holler at you off to the side. And I don't want to do it in front of all your peers.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
now it takes me in a form of being embarrassed.
Right.
And
Right.
yo, you not going to embarrass me in front of my people.
Everybody got egos. Even as youngsters,
It's
we
it's
got those egos.
It's going to be a problem.
Exactly.
And so I
Exactly.
got to-
And I'm growing on my size. I'm not gonna let you check me either. So
Ah.
now we had a battle that's gonna happen because I chose wrong time and place to do this conversation.
That's right. That's right. And so we have to definitely, trust within ourselves and make sure that we're okay or how we approach that person, that young person, in
Mhm.
order to build them up. Because I can easily tear you down all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I can't find any positive
Mhm.
in what you are or what you're doing or your being,
Yeah.
then there's something going on with me. I got some things about my esteem, my ego,
Yeah.
about me that's short.
Sure. Sure.
So if I check myself first and then I go in.
I got you.
Yeah.
I think the other thing to remember is that not have a forgotten memory. I wasn't this guy I was now back then. I know some mistakes that I made.
Ooh.
Why do I think that I'm so dope back then that I had it together? No, you didn't.
Ah,
No, you didn't. So just how you have flaws, this young man over here's got some flaws.
Right,
So work
right,
with
right.
him
Yeah.
like somebody else had to work with you and mold you, help shave off some rough edges you had on you because you wouldn't be that guy if somebody else didn't take a vested interest in you either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And again, that goes also back to the identity situation
Mhm.
of the image that you're showing of yourself. Because if I respect you, I mean, you can check me all day. Because I respect the guy that you are. I know when you're going to tell me when I'm right, you can be the first one to pat me on the back.
Yeah.
But if I'm jacking it up, you may be the first one to pat me on the back of the head wrong. Like, hey, man, you messing up right here.
Right.
And I'm going to accept that because I'm like, you know what? Hey, because you're right, bro. I was messing up there. I thanks for getting me right.
Mm-hmm. And when I had that conversation again, I have to pull you off to the side or
Exactly.
catch you at a by yourself moment.
Mm-hmm.
There's a image I seen, a portrait, and on one side of the portrait there's this bulky man, straight warrior type looking black
Mm-hmm.
man, and then on the inside it shows him in the mirror of what he really feels on the inside.
Yeah.
And he's weeping.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times I say that because a lot of times what we look like on the outside and
Mhm.
really what we're feeling on the inside.
Yeah.
So we have to be able to identify that
Yeah.
and then be able to say, hey, let's do this.
Mhm.
Let's because actually you gonna help me cure me,
Yeah.
because I recognize, man, that was me. So we have to be able to, again, like you said, don't forget about what you used to. Don't
Yeah.
forget
Yeah.
that.
Definitely, man. And I think if we do that right, it helps to break down some walls that might have been made.
Yeah.
It may help to build up some structure that may not have been there before because we don't sometimes know the home life that some of these individuals have.
Mm,
And you may be the one stable person in their life
right.
out of all their family. You know what I'm saying? They may not have seen a stable individual, a solid individual where they can even trust this person's word to be bond
Mm.
and say you're a stand-up person. Because I got some shady people in my own family.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
We all got them.
Yeah, so it's like you may be that person's first instance of this is what a stand-up dude looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, let me model myself after this because I've never seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the chance to model that in front of them and then show them the way. Now that you got that interest peaked, they can be better.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, so next question. What's the difference between simply giving advice and truly discipling a young man for leadership?
This is probably the biggest nugget I'm going to give you,
Hit me, man.
right? Honesty.
Okay.
If you can't be honest, and as they say, keeping it 100,
Mm-hmm.
then there is no good advice you can give.
For sure.
You should probably go somewhere and shut up.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
because we have to be totally honest. Like you said, y'all can peep when somebody ain't giving you the true rhythm.
All day.
And if you're not being honest with yourself, you know good and well who you are.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
When ain't nobody watching.
Yeah.
And so if we can be honest
Mhm.
about it all, we could go a whole longer way than what we've been going.
Definitely.
We definitely could do that. And so we have to just be honest, man. Just tell the truth about it all.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think that if you understand that nowadays with social media, you're on way more than you were ever back when we were back in the day.
Dude, you on and didn't even know you was on.
Exactly. And not only just the people watching,
Yeah.
this may be getting recorded too.
Everybody's watching.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a record. Everybody's phone is being recorded. Everything is exposure.
Yeah.
So if you do something out of pocket, and then you're trying to tell me something different, and then next thing I know, 2 days later, I see you on social media doing exactly what you told me I shouldn't be doing. Now the whole world knows.
Right, right.
So that goes right back to that nugget, man. You got to be honest. Keep it 100.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're going to make it work.
I agree. The other thing I was going to add to that also is that it means you got to get a little bit uncomfortable as well, too.
Oh,
I can't be comfortable and then disciple somebody
Mm.
because I may not want to make a call at that time. I may not want to send a text at that time. I may want to just go grab some sleep, but now I got to do my check-in with this person,
Right.
see how they're doing. It's not about my comfort because I'm trying to disciple somebody, which means I got to get out of my comfort zone to make sure that I'm getting across what they need to do to understand in a way they need to understand it. And sometimes that means, hey, I got to physically get over there with that person. It's not a phone call no more.
Right.
I got to sit with that person.
Right.
It may be a late night phone call,
Yeah.
2, 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I mean, this is what it takes for the moment.
But when you start talking about discipleship, man, talking about discipline.
Yeah.
You can't have discipleship without no discipline. So I have to make sure that I'm disciplined enough to where if it's uncomfortable, be able to push through. I remember when you was coming up, man, you went into what was it, that Mudder Tough
Mudder?
Tough Mudder.
Oh yeah.
And the training, I watched you go through the training to get prepared for it. And I was just watching, I was like, Storms has lost his mind.
That's some brutal stuff, y'all. I ain't even gonna front you. It's some brutal stuff. Yeah.
And but the real deal was about you went through that tough time. You went through the struggling with weights, struggling with running, the building up, and if there was no heavy lifting, then you couldn't have made it. So if you didn't have that discipline that you needed to have, then you was gonna have some problems.
Oh yeah.
So without true discipleship is what I'm saying. You got to have the discipline in order to have true discipleship.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. So next question, man. In your opinion, what character traits must an older man model before he can effectively mentor someone else?
Self-discipline, integrity, and loyalty. When you start talking about the self-discipline, which we already kind of went into, then you start talking about the integrity of a person. To be honest, to be that space to where I know it's wrong and I got to hold myself accountable being wrong.
Yeah.
And then you start talking about the loyalty. Yeah, I mentored you coming through, but I'm also loyal to you.
Yeah.
Because if you need me, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Hey, he ain't just saying that. This has been real. I've been able to make phone calls, and I got the man's cell phone. This was back in the day when I was younger, too.
Yeah.
It's not just that I got older.
Yeah.
I'm saying, man's been 100, so what he's saying here is facts.
Yeah. So that's just a part of that thing to where when I entered into, just talking about your life, that's a lifelong relationship.
For sure.
This ain't just halfway, I'm gonna just get you through high school. No,
Mm-hmm.
I've entered into your life as a man that you trust, and I gotta always be there for you,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
matter what the storm may be. I gotta be there,
for sure.
and so that loyalty has to, be there, and I have to have the integrity to tell you when you're wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and also, build you up through that whole thing, and and to say, hey, man, you got to get some discipline about what you're doing, man.
Yeah,
You got to get this right because you too are gonna be a father.
yeah.
You too are gonna be a husband,
Mm.
and you got to make sure that you got yourself together before you start interfering with other people's life, or you bring a life into this world, and you ain't doing nothing with it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You messing it up just as bad as you was messed up.
exactly,
So yeah.
exactly. I want to add into that also humility,
Mm,
because in this discipleship situation, this relationship, you may make a mistake.
yeah.
All right, granted, I can go ahead and be like, look, man, I got it wrong on that one. I apologize. And I'm the older person. You
Hmm.
see what I'm saying? And I've got to have the humility to be like, you know what? I missed that on that one, man. So, hey, I'm asking you to forgive me for that. That goes so far for a young person watching that, because then it's like, okay, now I see that he can not only accept responsibility, but hey, man, he can come to the table and get it right with me, man. So now I know I can do that same thing in myself and not be looked at as a weaker man
Right,
or
right,
a
right.
lesser man, because the man I'm looking at as a mentor, a man I follow and like his character, can show and model that in front of me.
Hmm.
It makes a difference.
It does. It
Because
does.
if you make that mistake and you don't want to own up in front of it, now you done broke character. It's like, okay, I see you done jacked up. And even if it gets brought to the carpet and you never accept that, all right, man, you get knocked down a couple pegs.
Yeah, I don't have no love for you right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I got to rebuild all that
A lot of
to get
trust
back to where
loss.
we were. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, cool, cool, cool. So next question. How should older men hold younger men accountable without discouraging them or coming off as controlling them?
I think we have to stay focused on dignity of an individual.
Okay.
Um, we talked about not taking that moment of a mistake and addressing it in front of the individual's peers.
Yeah.
And nowadays with social media, that thing goes into a broader space. And so we have to make sure that we keep that dignity,
Mm-hmm.
and we respect that individual as a human being
Yeah.
and treat them as a human being. In my line of work, I think that's what got me so far in my job,
Yeah.
is that I always made sure I treated you like a human.
Yeah.
I didn't treat you how you acted,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because if I treated you like that, then what kind of man of God would I be? Because he don't give me everything that I deserve.
Hmm.
He don't, and I thank God he doesn't,
Yeah.
because there's some stuff to where he should have just took me on up out of here.
Right.
I know
Right.
that for sure.
I earned a couple bad ones.
I did. I did. You know, and then at the same time, he gave me enough um accountability to where it made me humble,
Yeah.
like we talked about. And so I think if I just give you that dignity of an individual space and allow that to be dealt with in that area, we come out on top. Because
Yeah.
I can give you some examples. I can't do it in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So man, when I catch stars, I'm gonna catch them later. Holler at them. What happened?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And I think it's good training also, because you're treating this young man like a grown man early
Mm-hmm.
to show them the expectation of this is how we expect you to rock once you get out of here.
Yeah, man.
See, you're under leadership right now. You're under guidance right now as a younger man, but once you turn 18, they see you as a grown man now, and they expect you to move as such.
That's right.
And I need you to know you're going to make mistakes in doing it. So let me get you trained in it that way now while I have hands on you, I have
Mhm.
eyes on you, and I can help guide you and move you left to the right, get
Right.
you back centered like you need to be, because this is what's going to be the expectation. But I'm not treating you with kid gloves, because you're not going to be a kid too much longer.
Right. Because
in
once
a
this
lot of people's
covers off of
eyes.
you, it's on.
Yeah, yeah.
Because trust and believe, the way we treating you right now,
Mm-hmm.
this ain't how the world gonna treat you.
Nah, man.
I'm gonna
Nah.
tell you right now, and they don't give a care.
It's cold out here. All right, it's cold out here.
I had some other words, but
I got you.
I had to filter that.
That's okay. We got the understanding.
Thank you. They don't give a care.
Yeah.
You know, and so take these moments and really nourish them, because once, like we said, once that cover is pulled off of you, man, you got to go out here and you got to deal with it.
You got to go get it.
That's it.
You got to go get it.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing is that if you don't, now everybody else is out in the races now, and they may not have time to come back and grab you.
Yeah.
Because now they're out running. That's like the starter gun going off in a track meet, and then you got your run going, and you running down your lane, and he's still trying to tie his shoe. Hey, man, I got to run my race now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to check on you once I get done with this lap, but I can't stop my movement now because you weren't prepared.
I'm going to come back and get you, but I got to go take care of this real quick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't even see that as really as a bad thing because, again, everybody has their weight they have to carry. But I think there's a preparation time to help you to hold that weight properly, that if you don't take that serious, okay, you can take a little bit of a loss with that.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a penalty situation that goes with that, but I believe there's still enough grace through God and his situation. He got you on that pathway where he'll catch you back up. But, you know, you got to pay for those decisions right there.
Yeah. This is the pruning place.
Exactly. Come on, man.
This is the pruning place, man. I talk about that a lot, man. Like, and it hurt. It hurt. Because it's going to hurt me when I see you take off and not come back and help me. That's going to hurt.
Yeah.
But we both was training for this race, sir. We were both getting prepared for this.
We came for a reason. Let's not act like we didn't come for a reason.
And because your shoe wasn't tied, you think I'm supposed to stop?
Nope.
Now,
nope.
You get injured along the way? Okay. But you didn't prepare like you were supposed to? That's not on me, bro.
I got you, man. And you're right. It makes a big difference where if there's something accidental that comes up, there's something you could not have prepared for, something out the blue, you're going to get a lot more grace and consideration for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Than if you just, I'm not going to be prepared. Boom, gun go off. Oh, let me start running now. Let me go grab my shoe real quick. We ain't worried about that now. You should have been prepared.
You knew you needed shoes to come in here.
Let's go. So that's all I'm saying. Just our preparation matters. But just know that there's a time frame where everybody else is moving. And if you're not moving, hey, man, you may have to play catch up.
Yeah.
I got you. It's okay. Next question, man. What role does humility play on both sides? And we kind of actually touched on this, and I'm saying this right now. But I'll go ahead with it. Play on both sides, the mentor and the mentee, in a godly leadership relationship.
You know, as we talked about, it's a crucial part.
Yeah.
You know, we have to, in order to be successful, you have to have, in order to be successful as a spiritual leader, you have to have the humbleness of a servant.
Definitely.
I have to, and like you said, we've chopped this up, you know, a little bit, you know, earlier in this conversation, to where if I am not the humble servant and see myself to be able to lower myself or to even rise up in order to put you in a good space, in order for us to work through this issue, then I'm doing you a disservice.
I agree.
You know, and I think a lot of times we as men are afraid of humbling because it may make us look weak. Yeah. And, you know, if we think back and we say, don't take my kindness for weakness, then we can go into that headspace and say, okay, I'm being kind to you, but I ain't no punk about this. No. We go deal with this. It's going to hurt a little bit. Yeah. There's going to be some growing pain. But I promise you, it's going to be a teachable moment. Yeah. And we're going to get through this. But we're going to get through it together.
And I think there's a trust part that comes with that as well. Absolutely. Because I have to trust you to see the best in me and expect the best from me. So if you do come to me for a problem or some situation you see that I could be doing better, not that I necessarily made a mistake, but I got some notes. I got some correction that I can see where you can do things better. Yeah. I've got to be humble enough as the mentee to be like, okay, I done got it all together. That's why I'm rocking with him. Take this as a teachable moment because I know he wants the best from me.
Mm.
Period. He's not trying to just get down on me just because he wants to get down on
Right.
me. He actually wants me to be better, and he's trying to shave off some rough edges so that I can be ready for the next level of
Right.
things.
Well, Storms, it goes into that relationship piece, man.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be able to build that relationship. You talked about trust. I got to trust you,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to trust me.
Yeah.
But in order for us to get to that place, we got to have some interaction with one another.
Yeah.
You talked about the spiritual relationships, the Elijah and Elijah,
Mm-hmm.
Conversation, the Moses and Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
Those relationships, brother, they had to learn how to trust one another
Yeah.
through the whole time. But also when you start talking about the mentor and that, same thing happened with them and God
Mm-hmm.
in order to be able to build, to become that leader, in
Yeah.
order to be able to pass the baton. And so we have to keep that type of trust going.
Yeah.
I can't just all of a sudden just pop up in your life. All of a sudden, I'm gonna tell you what's right and what's wrong. Like, man, who are you? Who you think?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Where you coming from?
Right. Right.
You know?
Right.
So yeah,
And I think the other thing is that we also have to understand that there may be some difficult times as we're doing this. Again, if we look at the times in the Bible, all of those times weren't hunky dory. It wasn't just, oh, we're having a great time and there's no issues.
yeah,
Most of them was getting ran down on by Pharaoh at one point in time. I'm up here thinking, hey, I got Pharaoh coming here and I got a big old Red Sea in front of me. Hey, man, I don't know what I'm about to do. I'm about to make some life choices out here.
Hey, Moses, I ain't with you no more. We in a situation, bro. I ain't gonna be able to roll with you right now.
Right. So I'm just saying, it means that everything will not always be calm.
Yeah.
And I got to show you how to deal with those uncalm times and still do the best with that. Because that's part of the training.
Right.
Because if I can only deal with you when things are right and when things are sane and calm, I'm not preparing you for life.
I had some moments with some of my mentors, and what I found the best thing for me was they got into it with me.
Yeah.
They got it. If I was in some sinking sand, they got into that sinking sand with me.
Right.
Because they've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
And so they showed me, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
We are visual learners.
Mm-hmm.
And you talked about earlier, man, I seen how you was rocking.
Yeah.
And now you want me to do something different. Man, I seen what you was doing.
Exactly.
But at the same time, if I'm doing something in space to where I seen the way he did that, that's what's up. That's what I want.
I saw him do it the right way, and I'm like, ooh, that was a tough situation. He navigated that thing that way. I bet I got some nuggets from that.
So mentors understand this. You got to get in it with them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get in it with them.
Yeah.
I had some young people that was going some stuff, man, and going through some things. I took that uniform off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get into it with you.
Yeah.
We gonna be together on this, and we gonna go through it together.
Sure.
Athletes. When your coach is that coach, they say, "Look, we gonna run one more."
Yeah.
And they run it with you.
Ooh, boy! I've had some coaches do that, man. It changed your life. Look, I remember a specific time. Coach Fields, our track coach. I remember he had a training one day where we had to kind of take off, and we were all in the line, and it was like you had like 7 seconds, and then the next person was coming. He's like, if you get caught, you got to run again. And he was at the back of the race. Whoever was last, coach was coming.
Right.
And Fields wasn't a small guy, but I think, man, he had some speed on him for that side. I was like, man, you're fast. And I saw him get out there. I was like, all right, coach, I see you. Makes a big difference.
It does.
Makes a big difference.
It does, man. Because they can look in the mirror and be like, he was in it with me, man. He was right there. I had coaches when I played football, man. When we at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And like, you tired, you're sweating, you're hurting. And they put them shoulder pads and helmets on. Man, we're gonna push this sled together. Me and you. Let's go.
Let's go.
So gotta get in it with them.
You're right, man. You're right. And that type of sacrifice changes lives. Because again, it's one thing to talk about it. Be about it, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, now I see you in the mud with me in this.
Come on, man.
All right, man. I got no excuses. Let's go.
That's it.
We're gonna get it.
That's it.
I found another breath. I caught another win. Let's go finish out.
Like you said, man, it gives you new life.
Yeah, man.
Hold on. You got in here with me,
Exactly.
and you've already been through the struggle,
Yeah.
but you got in here with me while I'm struggling. Oh man, got a whole nother love for you. Whole nother love.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, man. Next question. How can the church create a more intentional space for men of different generations to connect and learn from each other?
We got to come out of the walls, brother.
Okay. Okay. Talk to me.
You know, we got to tear them walls down, man, and get into their safe space.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever their safe space is, if their safe space is out there on the corner doing what they do, you got to be willing to do that. One of my mentors is Dr. Williams, and my pastor is like my brother, man. And we were going into our new location. It's not a new location now, but it was a new location that we was going into over there at 9610 East 42nd Street. And over there in that neighborhood, it's some tough things.
Faux deuce.
So what we did was we got out of our cars, we got out of our building, and we went into the neighborhood on foot.
Nice.
On foot.
Yeah.
And walked up to those brothers that was out there and those sisters that was out there and introduced ourselves and had that conversation with them, man. Because we figure if we go to them in their space, it's easier for them to come out of that and come into what now would be our space. And now it's our space together. Everybody's in there.
For sure.
They're part of the community. We want you in here. You know, yes, there's some things you're going to have to do while you in here.
For sure.
Just like I had to do some things when I came into your space. But I think that helped us transition into that neighborhood, you know. And so our youth department is growing.
Praise God.
And we're doing great things, man, because of that leadership. My mentor showed me the way, and I trust him with it, you know. So, yeah.
Makes a big difference.
Yes, sir.
Makes a big difference. And I think that when people see that, okay, you know what, this person is reaching out to me, I can reach back because I saw them do the first reach. And again, it's a humility thing because it's not like I'm the older person. You must do what I say. No, I'm humble myself, and I'm gonna come down to your space.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's not an ego. I'm Mr. This. You're this person. No. We just two people talking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna build a mutual rapport with you, and then, hey man, come see me over here.
And we were talking about getting in it. You know, so I was working at a charter school, and there were some challenges. Some young people with some real challenges, man, and some of them had that kind of tantrum type challenge. You know, their answer was tear it up. You know, or kick and scream and holler. And so I had this one cat, man, and you know he would just show out, man. He was like in the second or third grade. He would tear the place up, man. Tear the place up. So I used to call him going to chief school. You know, they in school, but then there's chief school.
Yeah.
And so that was my office. So I would take when they having their moment. I'd get them and put them in the chief school, and we shut the door. And as they hollering, kicking and screaming and crying, I get right down there with them. I kick my shoes off, get down there with them. I just lay beside them as they're hollering and screaming. Let them get it out.
Yeah.
Then after they finish with that, you know, hey man, tell me what happened. What caused you to get to this place? What caused you to be so upset?
Yeah.
You know, and they wind up having a better day. Now they might have to go to chief school for a couple of days.
Because have some learned behavior. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be an overnight fix.
Nah.
But you're putting that time in.
Yeah. They've done this before and they got their way.
Yeah.
And so they figure if I do this every time, I get my way.
This ain't that.
Nah.
This ain't that.
Nah.
Because again, game recognized game.
Sir.
Just because you acting like this, don't think you dealing with another hard rock over here. I ain't no one to be moved either. Now, I am trying to help you, young bro, but don't let it be food you think is scary over here. It's not.
It's not. Like you said, you got daughters. I got daughters. I've seen tears before.
Yeah.
I've seen emotional moments before. so, so, so this ain't nothing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We gonna push through this
Exactly,
for sure.
exactly. My
Yeah.
man, my man. All right, so next question. What are some practical steps older men can take now to start grooming leaders in their homes, churches, and communities? And I know we kind of touched on that, but give me one thing that you all are doing over there at the church right now. One of your initiatives you got going on that's working for y'all.
We have what they call an E3 project, to where we're looking into building the community, educationally. Um, uh, Educationally, we want to also deal with uh, economics.
Okay,
Teaching them how to handle money.
that's big.
And then dealing with the food aspect of it all, because we do know in certain neighborhoods, man, they're not getting the best nutrition.
Yeah,
They're
some
just
food
not.
deserts, right?
Right. So we created a mobile truck. So we go bring the good food
Okay.
in. We have our own farm, the whole 9 yards, our garden.
Nice.
So we go bring the food to you right there in the neighborhood. You
Let's
pull
go.
up, we got you, or we can pull up on you,
Yeah, yeah.
whichever way you want to do it.
Gotcha.
We're looking into creating, a school, for young people and giving them those nuggets that they need, And so, we are doing the best we can with what we got, but it takes the village.
It does.
It takes the village, and so being part of that village, man, we're gonna put in our resources in order to help them, and we're really keying in on our young people.
Nice.
That's one of our biggest pushes right now.
That's good, man. That's really good.
Yeah.
And I think even just dealing with just the financial part of it, there's so much that if you get into financial trouble early,
hmm
it's a grave you mess around and dig yourself, and then trying to dig out of that situation, it gets tough. Where you could have just not made that one mistake that put you on that pathway that you sliding down this slippery slope
So easy. It's
because
so
you
easy.
wasn't taught.
It's so easy to get into that slope, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When you start dealing with, payday loans and all this type of stuff and other, hey man, I'm gonna break you off this, but you only got to come back with that. It's easy to get caught up in that, man.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to teach you. There's another way to do it, to be good steward over your money and over your, not only just your money, but good steward over your house, good steward over
Yeah.
your walk, just being a good steward.
Mm-hmm.
And we want you to, do those things, man. But we can't do it without the community showing you
Yeah,
how to do it.
for sure.
So we gotta be in there. We gotta, be accountable for all those things.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right, man. Got my last question for you over here, man. What would our families, churches, and neighborhoods look like if older men truly embrace their God-given duty to train the next generation?
Poverty rate would be lower.
Okay.
Higher self-esteem.
Okay.
Um,
Wait. Let's not skip over that. Talk to me about the higher self-esteem part.
So if I am embracing you and building you up
Mm-hmm.
as a person, whether it be a man or woman,
Yeah.
then I something like this here. So I see you, you getting ready to go for a job interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how to tie a tie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show you how to tie a tie. You don't know how to wear, your jacket, your sport coat.
Yeah.
How to make that thing work. How to, and I can do it as a mirror. I can show you,
Yeah.
or actually give you some tools in order to get those things.
For sure.
If I teach you how to fish, you'll never go hungry.
Exactly.
So if I teach you how to do certain things in order to build your self-esteem,
Mm-hmm.
how to be presentable, like we do things, man, where we bring in barbershops, students that are in barbering school
Mm-hmm.
and come in and give haircuts.
Yeah.
They're giving free haircuts. And you know what that does to a person when they're groomed properly?
Yeah, man.
A young lady get her hair done,
Mm-hmm.
get her hands and her feet done. Young man get groomed up all nice. That does something to you.
You got a different walk.
Come on, man.
Stand a little bit different.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of stained up shirt or stained up pants, you got on some clean clothes.
Yeah.
And they smell clean.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
do something for you,
It
man.
does. I agree.
So that self-esteem thing is important
Yeah.
because it's gonna make me walk better. I, one of the biggest parts of a lot of these when they do the all girls school or all boys schools or whatever is because they give them a presentation. They give them a sport coat,
Mm-hmm.
shirt with a tie,
Right.
pants, shoes, because we want you to feel important.
Right. Right.
Because if I feel important, more than likely I'm gonna produce important things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you I'm important.
Yeah.
You know, and I think with that self esteem, now it builds up the communities.
Mm-hmm.
Now it ain't just me; it's 10 of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's 50 of us.
Mm-hmm.
So now the community now gets stronger.
Yeah.
And with that kind of strong community element, now the poverty
Yeah.
is gonna be better. I ain't saying we're not gonna have it. I'm not saying that.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
But in order to respect you at a different level, you at a higher level, you had to be somewhere low, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we gotta have that in order to get to that.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're building up that self-esteem, you're building up the community, you're building up that low poverty, or you're creating a lower poverty, atmosphere, then we wind up in a safe space to where we're building stronger communities.
And I think when you do that, you actually make a safer community as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because when
Indeed.
I have the respect of myself and I'm around other individuals that respect themselves, we want to respect the place we stay too.
Right.
So you can't just come over here doing any old type of way because, hey, this is our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And we run this thing a certain way where either you're going to have to change up and come correct or, you can't come down this way. 'Cause we run this over here.
Yeah.
We have ownership over here.
Right.
And the other thing about you saying about the fish situation, that means you're building skills.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to be broke when you have skills because now you have a talent that can make money.
That's right.
And when you have a talent that can make money, I can take care of people because I can financially, take care of them now because I have a viable skill set that puts money on the table, puts food on the table, and I can do some things in a respectful manner. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not having to do things on the undercover or against the law because I have a talent that can actually make money legally.
Right. You kind of touched on it, when you start talking about the esteem piece where if you see me doing a certain walk and you see me doing a certain thing, you see me dressing a certain way, build you up, to do the thing. So a program I had, once I got a really strong foundation in that, and I had a hardcore group of about 20
Yeah.
that walked the same, talked the same, they all moved the same. I started telling administration, give me one of them seeds that y'all say ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
And then I would take that seed and put it into that environment.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different kind of peer pressure.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay. So now I got this lump of coal, right? And I'm getting ready to turn into a diamond because it's under all that pressure.
Now, the other thing about that, even looking at the seed situation, the seed's going to react to the soil you put it in. So it can sit in the bag on the shelf and not grow,
Right.
not be nothing, or it could be planted in good ground and grow into something that
Fertile
becomes
ground. Yes,
a
sir.
viable situation, a big plant, big tree, big whatever,
Yeah, no doubt.
because in the right soil.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I love it, man.
Yeah, you got to do it, man. And we can break that chain, man.
Definitely.
We can break that chain, because I too was one of those kids to where I could have fell off easy, but I had some strong men around me. I had some strong, women that was around me.
Yeah.
And when they see me doing wrong, they corrected me.
Sure.
And we have to get away from not correcting the wrong. We have
I
to
agree.
get away from.
I agree. And I think it's when we went silent, everything started going left. And I get why. We can go into individual reasons why it happened, but we see the outcomes of those things. So now it's like we gotta do an about face. We gotta get involved. We gotta get in tune with what's going on and make conscious efforts.
I'm going to switch it up on you, man. I'm gonna be the interviewer now.
Uh-oh.
So we know what went wrong. What went wrong?
Okay. I would say what went wrong was when we had the opportunity to say, I don't need this man in the house, so I can do this by myself. And they said, well, we can give you this government assistance, if this man's not in the house. So some people got put in a position where it was like, I don't care to have him in the house because I got this. And then some people was in a position where I actually need this money. I want this man to be here, but I can't have them both. And I'm going to make this decision. That's one part of it. You can also take it where people got to casually dating. It wasn't even about making marriages anymore. I'm just out here just trying to just see what I can get.
You talking about hooking up?
I'm just hookup culture. I'm just straight up hookup culture, and I'm up here just flinging it to everybody.
Man, that is one of the most confusing relationships I've ever seen in my life.
I swear.
This hookup thing.
I swear,
like,
man. But see, then it also makes parents out of people who wasn't even having a relationship in the beginning time.
Right.
So now you asking this man, this woman to be a father, mother to a child that they didn't even sign up for a relationship with each other yet.
Right.
I just met you that night. The lights wasn't even on, you know what I'm saying? And we got down, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what you look like in the daylight. Now we got a kid.
Yeah. And when the lights came on, I see how ugly this really was.
It could have been cute, and you just crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's so many factors.
You crazy.
I'm just saying. But at the end of the day, these are contributing factors that kind of made us get into the situation. And there's some things that happened that, weren't even that bad.
Mm-hmm.
You may have had a death. The father might have died early. The mother might have died early. And now this person's having to navigate life, and they did it the right way. They got married. They had kids after they got married.
Mm-hmm.
And sickness took over.
Yeah.
An accident happened.
Yeah.
And now that person's out of position. I mean, we have so many different examples of how it got here, but then now it's like, okay, well, what are we going to do about it now? You know what I'm saying? It's about being intentional with, I could point out all the things of how I got it wrong, but
Right.
What am I helping to do this right?
There you go.
And that's part of the reason why I made this podcast, because I'm like, I want to be part of the change. You know
Everybody
what I'm saying?
know what the problem is.
Yeah.
What are you doing to fix it?
Come on, man.
That's all I want to know.
Everybody can armchair quarterback all day. I need you getting in the field.
Hindsight is always 20/20, baby.
Yeah. and I don't want to be one of those people that always got something to say, and I'm not trying to do nothing about it, making it better.
Yeah.
Because it don't matter if I got it right, because I did.
Mm-hmm.
Married 21 years now. I had my kids after I got married. You know what I'm saying? Same woman.
You still got some problems, though.
But you know what? Those daughters of mine got to get married to somebody. So if I'm seeing the young men not being what they need to be, well, I need to help with that thing because they need husbands.
Right.
I don't expect them to be single out here, single and independent.
Mm-hmm.
If God in his ultimate knowledge said, Adam, you're not enough and you need help.
You need a mate.
Why would I think my daughters can do it all by themselves?
Right. I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just saying that that's not the way it's set up.
Hey, I'm saying you can't. You can't.
You can't.
You can't. And not just them. I couldn't.
Right.
I'm going to be clear. I'm half the man I am today because I have a good wife.
Mm-hmm.
I got a great helpmeet, man. And she has helped me become the man I am today. And I swear, doing it by myself, I wouldn't be as dope as I am now.
Right. No doubt.
I'm cool with saying that because it's facts.
Mm-hmm.
And why would I want somebody to not have what I have when it's so dope on this side? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
No, I want everybody to be married with a good spouse.
And the beautiful thing about it is that you let your guard down enough to allow her to be that helpmate.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's a whole nother conversation about how men have to be able to accept that and be able to, allow that feminine piece to come in there to
Very
groom certain, and it's vice versa.
Yeah.
Nah, baby, I ain't trying to beat you up and tell you what to do and make you submissive and all this. No, that's not what I'm trying. I'm trying to grow.
Yeah.
And to one, like we're supposed to, body to body and flesh.
Yeah.
I'm just bone to bone. I want to be that.
Yeah.
But we have to come together in order to make that jail.
Yeah.
And
it's easy for her to follow you when she sees you following God.
Mm-hmm. That's the way it's
like,
set up.
If I see you following him, I can get in line with that because I'm trying to follow him also.
Right.
And part of that plan is following that man.
That's right.
So it's like if we do it the way the Bible calls us to do it, this thing actually really works easy.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there's always easy times, but you got somebody in there that's getting in the mud with you where you're not doing it alone. It's very doable with those two people on the same page going for the right goal.
It goes to, you know, without struggle, there's no strength.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have some moments to where it's gonna be some tough times. It's gonna be some trials and tribulations.
Sure.
You're gonna
And
have
we've
those
all had them.
moments. Yeah. And if you didn't have them, stay away from me because I got them.
Yeah. But you know what? Some of those war rooms, they helped you become who you are as well,
No
too.
doubt.
And you learn something in that struggle and become a better person because of it.
Yeah.
That pressure made you into that diamond
Hmm.
that you might not have been had you everything just been copacetic the whole time.
Right. And I'm definitely haven't got it all. I don't have all the answers. I'm still learning.
Oh, we
daily,
all are. We
you
all
know.
are.
So when you feel like you arrived, you know, that's another person. Stay away from me
Yeah.
because I haven't arrived yet.
Well, I think, like I said, at the end of the day, when we know the reality of who we're trying to model afterwards, we're trying to model after the image of Jesus out here.
Hmm.
And we're trying to listen to the Holy Spirit inside of us to guide us in these daily decisions, and us working in a unit doing that as a people,
Yeah.
God could do great things through us.
Well, you know, and I think you hit something there. You know, talking about the Holy Spirit what's inside of us. We got to hit the Holy Spirit inside of our young people.
Yeah,
We got to get them there.
early.
You know, we got to introduce them to, you know, who Jesus Christ is.
Hmm.
You know, because they definitely heading for doom
Yeah,
if they don't have that peace. You know, so you know it goes back into that fear thing we talked about from question number one. We have to get rid of that fear
yeah,
and tell them the truth
yeah,
about that walk with Christ.
yeah,
You know, and I'm not saying that once you got Christ, there's not gonna be any trouble. Oh, there's gonna be some trouble because it's coming now,
yeah,
for real.
yeah.
Because now Satan knows that you're on your way, and so he got to figure out what he got to do to disturb that.
Well, for me personally, I don't even worry about him because I'm just saying at the end of the day, we all got to walk.
Yeah,
And there's been the example of people in the Bible who were right smack dab in the will of God
hmm
and still had trouble.
Yeah.
Joseph, man, how much mess he went through on the way to Egypt. Man, I got thrown into a pit,
hmm
Potiphar's house, got put in jail. I've been lied on. I've been sold out by a family,
Yeah.
and it's all in the will of God. Because God needed you to get to where you are to be there to save the people.
What happens when you're an upright man, like Job,
Exactly. Come on, man. Come on.
doing the right thing, being in the right place, doing
I'm
what you're
on it.
supposed to be doing, and yet sickness came about, and yet
Yeah.
his family turned against him.
Man,
It's
God
right.
said, have you considered my servant Job? God, you put me out here?
What are we doing here?
Exactly.
You know, and so you know,
Smack dab in the wheel.
come on, man. And you know, we all have those moments, but understand this, man. You too will be all right.
Yeah.
You're gonna get through this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if we got to get down there in there with you, we get down there with you.
Yeah.
But we gonna make it together. We gonna make it together.
And I think that's the good thing about being a leader. It's because you know you're not doing it alone.
Right.
He said, I promise to never leave you or forsake you.
Hmm.
So this journey of helping this young man become the leader he's supposed to be, you got the Holy Spirit inside of you showing you, giving you game at that time, but what to say, what to do when you don't have those answers.
Yeah.
Because again, this is part of the plan.
Right.
God put you in position to cross-section with this young man to help him be what he's supposed to be. And you think he's not going to equip you? Of course he is. But you got to trust the relationship that you have with the Father, that he's guiding you in the right way to help guide this young man over here.
Right.
It all work together.
For sure.
Yes, indeed, man. Wait, look, man, I appreciate you going through all these questions with me, man. It's been a very dope conversation.
Absolutely.
I hope you all got something out of this, man, because I
Yeah.
tell you what, man, there's a lot of game that went down over here. A lot of jokes, don't get me wrong, but it's some good game up here, man. And we hope you are looking to be that shining example in some young man's life, even some young lady's life, to help them understand that this is how you're supposed to rock out here. We need you to be the people you're supposed to be because God has called us all to greatness,
Yeah.
no matter how old you are. Young all the way to old, God's got a plan for all of us, and we need to be on point.
Yeah. That's good stuff, man.
Yes, indeed.
You know, in closing it all, man, you know, we're all in this together.
Definitely.
You know, I can't do it without you and you can't do it without me.
don't want to.
No,
Let's be
I
clear.
wouldn't. Yeah, I'm
I don't even
not
want
trying
to.
to. Mm-mm.
Nope.
Because it's lonely out there.
Yeah,
And
man.
if you got somebody that's with you,
Mm-hmm.
and you got somebody that you can depend on, to tell you the truth and guide you through some things, man, what better place would it be?
Exactly.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
not trying to be celebrated at the top by myself, man.
Nah,
I'm
man.
trying to bring everybody up with me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you
There's
know,
room for everybody to eat.
Please,
Yeah,
I want everybody at the table.
exactly.
I want them all at the table with me, man. I told my wife, the other day, well, not the other day, but some time ago, I want to be a legend. I want to be a legend. And there's only one way for me to become a legend.
Yeah,
I got to be meaningful in people's lives.
yeah.
And a good meaning. I want somebody to come to me, and it does something to me when I have the storms come to me and say, "Man, you have no idea of what you did to get me to where I am now." That does something for me. It's tear jerking at moments for me because I know what kind of man I am and where I came from. And to hear a young person say, "Man, you got me through."
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And I feel great letting you know that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you don't let people know the impact you have in their lives, you don't know, they may need that thing to help them keep pushing forward.
Right.
They could
right.
be at a low spot.
Yeah.
And nobody knows they're crying out on the inside. And that one time of somebody saying, "Hey, man, you made a difference." Well, okay, wait, let me cut this pity party out for myself, man, because obviously I'm doing something because that person came back and told me that I made a difference in their lives. All right, well, my job ain't done.
Yeah.
Let's do another one.
Young people listening to this, man, go tell that mentor.
Yeah.
They didn't even know that they was your mentor. Go tell them,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, man, if it had not been for you,
Yeah.
I was going to take my life, or I was going to do something drastic to somebody or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
If it had not been for you,
Yeah.
I don't know where it happened, man. I don't know what would have happened to me." So, brothers, sisters, walk the walk that Christ has given you to walk. And along that path, man, grab somebody by the hand and lead them to the right way of being.
Man, I'm going to leave it at that, man. I don't even want to follow that one right there, man. Hey, I hope y'all got some good game off of this, all right, man? Man, look, like the video, share it to some people.
For sure.
Subscribe to the channel, man. We got some dope conversations going on. We got some dope individuals who have some great insights we're trying to share out to everybody, man. I want you to share this to all your social media platforms. Make sure we get this word out, man, because, again, we all got something we're trying to give out here, man. And I think if we work together with this thing, God can do great things through us, man.
For sure.
Yes, indeed, man.
All right.
Hey, so for both of us, man, we hope you all had a good one, man.
Yeah.
We'll catch y'all in the next video.
Yeah.
Peace. Thank you again for joining us on Disciple Men Podcast. We hope that you got something out of the conversation, that we brought some value to you. We're trying to do something over here, and we need your help to do that. If you could, please like and subscribe. Share the video with a couple friends. We want to make sure to get this word out. Help us men to step up to the road we're trying to do for the family, for God, for the community. We need your support. Look forward to you in the next one.